perfect, I feel worthless. Smile beyond the curtains, world got me lurking. I boost more bills from hurting. Work dismissing for church and flirting with curses, leading the church hurting. Read these rainbow verses, Lamar's burden. I'm uncertain, I'm bigger than the pain that I was birthed in. Beefing got me jerking with the serpents. Imagine if you marry one, now imagine if you carry some. Yeah, I'm very done with you challenge son, while waiting on returns of the married son. Damn, I've been married son, but I save myself from somebody's daddy son. Like mama taking daddy's gun. In the night we on the
Toni,
run.
how you?
Good.
So first of all, I want to say this. For every female that comes on the platform, right? Because of all the guys that be coming through here. Want to just go ahead and give it up for yourself.
Let's go. All right.
For showing up, right? For showing up. So I appreciate you. I'm excited to have you here. Welcome to Thinking Kingdom Media, where we manifest kingdom culture and we, have real conversations with real people. We share real music. And I'm just glad you're here, yo.
Listen, I'm happy to be here. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed to be in the building.
No doubt, no doubt. I first seen you at Curiosity Bar. You was a bystander. Mm-hmm. You was supporting the mess out of my girl. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that must be her people's people.
That's my sister.
You know what I'm saying? Tam the vibe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Easyola. Those are really
Easy
my
too.
people.
Yeah. I saw you and low key, I'ma just tell you on camera. Mm-hmm. Tam told me.
Let me prepare myself.
Tam told me that you wasn't nothing to be played with. Okay. And that I needed to watch out for this vulnerability project.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I mean, like that, Sam? Right? I said, okay, let me go check this. Oh, yeah, it's dropping tonight.
Yeah.
That's what she told me. She said it's coming out tonight.
Yeah,
I said, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go check it out.
Absolutely.
And I checked it out, and it was super dope. So we're going to get into that, though. But for the first time viewers, people who just now meeting you on this camera, in front of this camera, I always ask this question to all my guests. And I gotta ask you.
Okay.
Who are you? Toni, can you tell me who you are?
I am Toni Esther. I am my father's daughter. I am the Carolina indie kid.
Okay.
I'm a strong black woman, strong, educated black woman.
You strong.
I'm strong.
With a K. With a K. Okay.
Who just, living and loving life, loving myself, you know, the people around me, pretty much enjoying the journey.
Yeah, I checked out your picture on Apple Music, and I was like, oh yeah, she ain't nothing to be played with.
Oh yeah.
Like you might catch hands.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
About my people, you know what I mean? Right. About my people, Esther. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. That your name was Toni Esther. Is that how you got that name?
So Toni was one of my childhood nicknames. Like one of my favorite uncles.
Yeah. Gave
me. He's just like Toni. And then Esther is the Bible reference, a chapter in the Bible. She's a queen who sacrificed herself to save.
See, I'm just glad that I'm hearing it.
Right?
That's near and dear to me because I'm like, do she know? Right?
I know. That's one of my favorite stories. She sacrificed herself to save her people. So.
Yeah, and then also in your music, I was hearing that. Like all up in the music. I'm like, oh, you doing that on the record? Yeah. All right. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think it was the back of the recent album. You got this vulnerability project. I'm gonna ask you about what I experienced on that track.
Okay.
But talk to me about this project you got, the vulnerability project. What's up with that? Why you do that?
So To be honest, I don't even know how and why. I was actually doing a totally different album.
Yeah.
And then something said stop. Don't work on that one just yet. You know, let's. I'm gonna say the spirit told me to do it. You know
Say you do it, yeah.
Because when I did it, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this project like this, but everything started falling into place.
For
like
sure.
Beats, like words, everything.
Right.
So I was like, wait a minute. You know, I'm at a point in my life,
Okay.
you know what I'm
saying?
where I need to be a little bit more vulnerable with myself.
Ooh.
So I felt like, you know, I wanted to share that journey with the people.
Right. But I think that's a big thing you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be more vulnerable with myself.
Yeah.
That's a big girl thing to say, yo.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Why would you say something like that?
Because, like, you know, I done been through some stuff the last, 2 years, you know, relationship-wise.
Right.
So, I'm ready to let that go.
Yeah.
And just move on to bigger and better things.
You know, I asked Easy about it. I was like, why you know, you got this hoodie on, these black women, man.
Yeah,
why we treat them like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you and I've had ladies on here, you know, and I think I've touched on it with one of my guests before, but I'm going to ask you straight up, you know, what, we just trash? That's what it is?
It's not even that.
Is that
sometimes, you know, us females, we get into a place where sometimes we don't know what to do. So I can't blame it all on men. Right. Because, you know, we get into a funk ourselves and we just go to the wrong people sometimes. So it's not just y'all, you know, it is vice versa. Like, I made this not for just women too, like it's, you know, for men as well.
Yeah, that's a big girl word though. That's a big boy word, big girl word, vulnerability.
Absolutely.
Right? Because first of all, forget trying to be vulnerable with your partner. Mm-mm. Can you be vulnerable with yourself?
That's the hard part.
And be self-aware.
And be alone. And I say alone, you need to learn how to be by yourself sometimes in order to know who you are. What do you want?
And figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to. Because
how do you love yourself, right?
How you love yourself, man.
Yeah. What does that look like?
You said on the record, I don't know how the bar went, but I got the message, right? Okay. And this is when I stopped the album and I said, yo, I got to jump in her inbox right now. Mm-hmm. You were saying that you got hurt there with this person, but your heart's there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Right? And I didn't forget about everything else I had heard before that moment. And the reason why it resonated with me was because I knew what it felt like to be on the other side of that. When you, the person that caused the hurt, and you know that their heart is there, and you just holding the hurt bag. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, where does that come from?
So, my thing is, you know, in order to forgive, you gotta forget. Like, you gotta move on. Yeah. You know, if you want better, you want bigger, you gotta forgive that old stuff. Although you did hurt me, you know, I still love you. You know, I still gotta spread that love because you showed me a place where I don't want to go anymore, and I don't want to take other people there. Yeah. So I got nothing but love for you. You know, that was a lesson, another lesson under the belt. So yeah. You went from your first album, and I just want to just double check because I want to make sure, because I'm like, it can't be just two yo, you only got 2 studio albums. So I had 3.
Okay, all right, go ahead, talk to me about that.
I had 3. The first one was A Jar with No Lid.
Right.
And then I went and did a second one called Toni 2.0. But, you know, it was some things, you know, with, you know, the album wasn't sitting with me right. I'm going to just say it like that.
Okay, well, here's what's striking to me, right? Because I listened to the Vulnerability Project. Mm-hmm. I hear that record. You know, you dropped that bar. I think it was like Losing Isaiah or Saving Isaiah is the name of the record.
Losing Isaiah.
Losing Isaiah. Mm-hmm. Then I'm like, yo, all right, I gotta check out something else. And then I find this A Jar with No Lid project. First of all, why would you call it A Jar with No Lid?
Different World is one of my favorite TV shows.
Got you.
And one of my favorite episodes with Criss Cross.
Okay.
And that when he made a reference of being a jar with no lid.
A jar with no lid.
Be anything you want to be.
Got you.
So it's like just
because you could use a jar to put money in it. You could put weed in it. You could put condoms in it. You could put, you know what I'm saying? You could do anything with a jar.
Exactly. But when it don't have no lid, it's like endless possibilities, right?
Got you. Mm-hmm. So that's where you at. You're not, in the freestyle that we just shot the other day, you said you said
what I say?
Yeah, we need to stay in our box because you were out of it.
Listen,
that's what you said.
That's
what you said though. Like,
I don't know where that came from.
And then you told me that you came off the head and said that. And you can't be saying that.
Listen. It is what it is. People gotta know. You don't know what to expect when you see me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I can't with you.
I respect it. The thing is, I talked to Easy about this. I was like, yo, I said one thing about Toni is she rap, yo. Right? Like, cause you can hear like she understand the nuances, and me and him had this moment. She was like, yeah, you know that, and I'm like, yeah, she got that, she know that. Now it's not even that. It's like, cause it's when you recognize somebody's ear for MCing.
Yeah.
It's a respect thing, right? Cause that's what it was with me and Easy. Like, I was like, yo, you nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of rappers out here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll take those flowers.
Everybody don't come up here, Toni.
I'll take those flowers.
I'm giving you them flowers, man.
I appreciate it.
So you went from A Jar with No Lid to the Vulnerability Project, but you have several singles. Mm-hmm. So I gotta ask you about this one in particular. Okay, and it got this person with it's called the Red Flag joint. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about where that come from? What's that?
So, when did I make that? I made that maybe like 2 years ago, a year ago, something like that. I think I made it like a year ago. And
was that the thing that they had on the internet? Like, it was like Red Flag. Was that? Because I know that it was a thing going on the internet.
Oh no! So that was way back then.
That was before that.
Yeah, like,
oh wow.
So I had broke up with my ex at the time. Like, we was, partially together, and I played him the record, and it was actually about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how that record came about, but it was. Basically everything that you hear in the song is based on a true story. Like, it did happen.
The repeatability on that record, like, cause I'm like, yo, is this record still playing? Right, at some point, because I'm like, yo, somebody mixed the way they did that, cause I'm like, I know I listened to that record about 10 times.
So rest in peace to Henny on the boards. He the one that actually mixed it.
Rest in peace and salute to him.
Yeah, he passed away of COVID. Yeah, last year. Yeah, so he was actually the first person that I recorded my first song with. So, that Red Flag, he mixed that thing. He said, Toni, you need to add a little bit more to it because I wanted my homeboy to come in with a trumpet.
Gotcha.
And he was like, nah, girl, you better get in there and improvise. So that's what the part. Yeah, so.
That's a dope record.
Just being, a little bit more of an artist. I'm trying,
that's a dope record.
That was a lot of emotion on that record.
The other record that I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'm about to tell you what it is.
Let me see what you got.
And I like it because, well, for one, I'm gonna try to what I'm gonna do because I don't even want to play with this because I want you to know that I know the record because I just can't remember the name of it. But it's like a blue cover. It's like a sing-songy joint.
Okay.
And it just feel good. And I gotta find it. I gotta find it because you don't even remember. You don't even know what I'm talking about. But I done went through your discography to the point where
you said a blue cover.
It's like a blue cover, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, man.
I can only think of, but the cover's not blue.
Maybe it's purple.
Is it Soul Glow?
Oh no, let me see.
I'm thinking about Soul Glow.
Is it Soul Glow? I know I was about to film score it. I tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And I was about to do something for like these girls for their Friendsgiving event that they had.
Okay. Hey, go ahead and do it.
And yeah. But anyway, the reason I'm talking to you about this is because your vocal ability. Clearly, that's a thing that you got. Mm-hmm. So is that a part of the sound that is something you developed, or are you like it's like boom? Like I do that too. I harmonize and stuff like that. But I'm an MC first.
Yeah.
Right. So like, is it both for you? Is it one or the other? Which one is it?
See, I'm a soul baby, right?
Okay.
I grew up. I know I said I was from Florence, but I grew up in Lamar.
Ah.
Yeah.
We keep losing to y'all, man.
I know, man. They just Silver Fox is different.
Silver Fox is different. Michael, his name was Michael
Hamlin.
Michael Hamlin.
Yeah.
He beat me every year. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, from Lamar.
You from Lamar?
My dad, he was always in the juke joints and then like singing quartet. So I'm a soul baby at heart. I was just talking to Easy about that. Easy was like, "Man, I need to go to a quartet program, just to like, catch a listen." Have you ever been to a quartet program?
Yes, where there's like 10 of them.
It's 10.
And we sit there for like 2.5, 3 hours.
Like 5.
Because they've been rehearsing like a mug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so that's where that comes from.
Yeah, it's a different vibe, man. Like it's a whole nother area that I feel like artists can tap into if they was to just hear a different sound.
Yeah.
Cause so much stuff sound the same.
So you a pew baby then?
I grew up in the church, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause I'm a pew baby too. Most of us are pew babies, man.
Yeah. I kind of moonwalk out a little bit.
Me too. Yeah. Me too. I ran. I didn't moonwalk.
Oh wow.
I ran.
Wow.
I mean, because I grew up growing the Sunday service twice.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On Sundays we went in the morning, then while everybody was outside playing, doing regular, I had to go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like 0 to 5, 6.
Yeah.
Right? And so by the time I was 17 and I could go, I ran. Ooh. Yeah.
Listen,
I ran. But it was in me, so I couldn't run but so far,
Yeah.
I think, Christ just kind of called me back. Still working through, my struggles and whatnot, but I think a lot of the times we don't show up.
Yeah.
Like, for each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do life together.
Absolutely.
We go to service and, we might even go through a program. We might even go do some ministry together. Yeah. But you ain't checking for me, man. I'm over here struggling.
Mm-hmm. On the inside.
Steaming the black and miles.
Yeah.
Steaming. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the inside, I'm struggling with determining how I'm going to be successful. You know what I mean? I'm worrying about that.
Yeah.
And not telling myself I'm not good enough. Mm-hmm. I'm a part of a community that, that's a throwaway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's probably a big part of my inspiration to do this stuff is just to show up for my peoples. You know what I mean? Like no matter where you at.
Well, see, my thing is, I tell people all the time, it's no secret. It's in the music. I'm divorced.
Okay.
Right? And I felt like, I'm not going to say the church let me down, but I feel like the church kind of let me down.
Yeah.
In teaching me about
what that looks like.
Yeah. Because it's like obey and all this other stuff, like, but they never tell you how to do this thing called life, basically. They tell you to stay away from temptation. Mm-hmm. Don't do this, don't do it. I'm like.
So, Toni, I'm glad you said that because I heard that in the music, right? And I'm so sensitive to the heart behind that I didn't want to bring that out, but I'm glad you did. Mm-hmm. How long were you married?
For a year and a month.
A year and 1 month.
Slight little Kim Kardashian type marriage.
Really?
But no, it wasn't that.
It wasn't that. Nah, go ahead.
Nah, it was a year and a month. Like, I just was trying to, I don't know, like, I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy.
Yeah. You just kind of got to a place where you was like, you know what? The reality is, the simple truth about what's going on right now is, exactly. I'm just not happy. That's
what you. Happy. Like, I just. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that wasn't it.
So, married 13 years.
Okay.
Got married at 23. Right.
Hey man, 13 is a
lot.
I couldn't do 2.
Listen. 13 years, right?
Yeah.
Failed tremendously. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Same thing. Wife just not happy.
Yeah.
Right? And what I've learned is that marriage isn't the place for your woe is me's. Mm-hmm. Right? It's a service first mindset, because Absolutely. If you can't serve, then you need to get out of here.
Absolutely.
That's just it, right? Like if you can't, because if even as a, I think being a father taught me a lot about being a husband. Mm-hmm. And then of course I had a little bit of an advantage because I grew up in a double parent home, right? And they were in ministry. And so I ran, and I didn't know how to do nothing else but model what I saw my whole life. Yeah. So when my dad was like, "Oh, you got married?" Yeah, Dad. I didn't know what else to do, right? And then my son was on the way because my mom and my sister and them, nobody was gonna be good enough for me, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up eloping. We didn't have a ceremony or anything like that, So we learned the hard knock life way, how to love each other, and we grew up together. You know what I'm saying? And so now that we're 35 and 36 years old, we're looking at our son who's 13, mm-hmm. right? Because I was like, I'm not about to make you my baby mother.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to send you no check.
Word.
I'm going to show up, for my son. I knew that at 23, and I was stupid.
That's respect.
Right? Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing what all my friends had to go through. I know we going to be, if I do that, he going to be on the porch at 13 smoking weed. Mm-hmm. And what I'm going to say, right?
Absolutely.
So, and I told my dad, like, he ain't going back in, Dad. It's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not going back in. Yeah. Like, it's time to, I got to get ready. Yeah. So, just first and foremost, like I said, I just want you to know that I feel you 100%.
I appreciate
100%. But I'm more glad that you're able to say, I got to save me. Mm.
Yeah.
Right? Because we had our we gotta save us moments. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even care whether we stay married or not. I just need to be healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. My mom, the one that kind of gave me the push, because my parents did not have a great marriage.
They did.
Nah, not at all. But she the one was like, you can leave, right? You ain't got no kids by
You can just break out.
Yeah, you can. I was like, well, that was like my blessing.
Yeah.
You got a blessing to get married. No, that was my blessing to leave.
Right. The record is called Ride For You, by the way.
Oh, that was okay.
I like that record.
I appreciate it. that was actually about my ex.
Wow.
I don't like that record.
Yeah.
I don't, man. I hate it. I hate that record.
I like that record. So look, I like that. I like that record.
I appreciate it.
Even though I understand. I understand, Toni. I understand.
I appreciate it though.
I got a record like that too. And it's probably from the other perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I said, put us on pause for a second because I ain't know how to make us feel better about our weather.
Yeah. Ooh.
Stumbled across a butterfly. Why? Because I ain't want to let it fly, let it die. We lived in illusions. Whole holes in our hearts. We really contusions like souls when they dark. It's really amusing how we make it through our detrimental times and still smile like a child. Wow, you simply amazing. Look how the Lord is shining on us and bringing his days in. All we had was a bassinet and some mainstays then. I was broken, then I broke you, but you still stayed there. Wow. Damn. Yeah. Right? So that I got a record like that too. Yeah. But it's amazing to just hear your heart. Your heart is beautiful. Yeah, beautiful heart. And I think a lot of times we forget to say it's okay for you to just say what you feel and express it. Like you get to this this place where it's like, I don't want to curse you out. Yeah. I don't want you to be in shit. Right? Yeah. And so,
you might die.
Yeah. So I got this whole thing where, early on when I was doing music, I had to take a step back because people was like, yo, how you talking about God, but you cursing us out? All right, somebody said that to me. Erica Tillman said that to me. I'll never forget. I was like, you know what? I'm that nice. I don't gotta curse you out. I can still make you feel what I'm saying without cursing you out. And so my brand of music has always been, I ain't gonna do it, but you gonna feel it though. You gonna hear it. So, but yeah, and I think a lot of times we just don't make it okay enough. You know what I'm saying? And then you end up not getting supported because of what somebody might have thought you said or whatever. And, I gotta be loyal to these people because and I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be a lot. But yeah, that's a lot for you to process. Yeah. Going through 1 year, 1 month. That's probably still fresh on you. Where you think you are? Where do you think you are? You think you much better off now?
Man, I am happily divorced. Like, I'm so much better. Like, I don't know. Like, just like I said, seeing like my mom and my dad go through whatever they went through.
Did they finally get the divorce?
Yeah, you can say that.
Say that. You can say it.
You can say that. They ain't together. But yeah, like just to step out of that and like, man, like this is what life feels like, because growing up in the church, they tell you work it out, stay together. Yeah. So it's like, what does that look like?
That looks like you saving yourself. Because if you don't got enough love in you left over to share, then you can't even show up. Exactly. Right? Like, that's the only way that I'm able to show up. Yeah. Is because I love me so much that I got extra to give my son and my wife. Right? And then sometimes I'd be like, oh, I can't forget.
Yeah. My little old me.
Right? I can't forget, but that's what you got to work on, and I think that's really responsible. Do you think that he was the love of your life? No.
And I also think that probably was the issue, because he was not the love of my life. Which, we were good friends. Like, we were like best friends, because it was like 5 years in total.
Got married, and then everything just went.
Yeah. So, I mean, he was like a best friend. I mean, finished the sentences and all. So it was, it was like best friends, but, I just don't know what happened.
How you end up at the altar?
What do you mean?
Just,
I mean,
what went to like for me, like I was like, yo, we gonna get married today. She said,
he asked for my parents' blessing and all, like, yeah. But we had a wedding and all.
Right. So what typically happens in our community is we fail you, and then you become lesbian. Right?
I mean,
or we go bisexual. Did that happen for you? Did you have a moment like that?
Ooh, hot seat.
Nah. I gotta put you on the hot seat. I'm sorry. That's what we do.
I will say I explore my sexuality.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put a title on anything, but I will.
Well,
say
I mean, forgive me. You good. Forgive me.
You good.
Right? Because you and I both,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
let's just be here, right?
Yeah.
This is what
Transparent.
Vulnerability. This is, we know, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we do. And I be like, all right, when we gonna show up, man? When are we gonna show up? Right? You know what I'm saying? And how can we get better?
Yeah.
That's really what because somebody's gonna listen to this conversation, and my hope is that somebody's listening to it and being helped.
Yeah.
Through your life experience and our conversation, our engagement. We gotta be real with each other. I ain't pulling no punches, man. We gotta be real. Let's show up, man. God, let's show up, man.
Listen, as long as you kind, respectful, what else? Being honest.
We struggle. All right, let's talk about that. We struggle with that. We struggle with being honest. Is that because I know that's what you guys need. And let me stop. Feminine energy in a relationship needs the balance to be there, right?
Yeah.
Like I need you to show up. If you're going to be the masculine person in our relationship, you got to be honest. Can you be real, right? And I think we be dragging so much and putting on the facade of raw, know.
Yeah, and that don't do nothing but hurt y'all. Like, y'all just want to carry the load all the time. When it's
fix every problem.
Yeah, you ain't got to do that. It's a balance.
It's a balance, man.
Yeah. I refuse to allow you to carry the load. Like, you got to...
Let me be the help.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, help me. Come on, help me. At least a little bit.
Let me help a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the conversation about kids didn't continue on after the divorce. She was like, nah. We just gonna MC these whack MCs to death.
I just wanted to live life. So for one, I spent majority of my 20s with him, right? So I was like, my family was like, you don't really know who you are. Like, because when you was dating, like, you was in the club. Like, you can go to the club. But now, you're a little bit older. You ain't got to go to the club. Like,
right.
You ain't going to no club. So what are you doing? Like, who are you? So...
and here you are professionally, you're an administrator.
I'm thriving, man. I'm so proud of myself. Like,
listen, I'm proud of you. Okay, and I just found out today.
Listen, I grew up in the trailer park. I mean, little to nothing, like poor, for real. I'm gonna just say poor. I was poor.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Poor.
Yeah.
So it's like just to come from that to last year, I didn't even know how I was gonna pay my rent, like all of that, like just coming out of going through a divorce, trying to figure out like how am I gonna do this, because he was the one that was
breadwinning. Yeah.
So it's like I had to find my own way, and I'm blessed abundantly. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm proud.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we got with this vulnerability project. The person that I heard on these records is sitting right here in front of me, and I appreciate it. It's amazing. I appreciate this album. I do.
I appreciate y'all for listening.
The question I got, this is the last question I got for you.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to ask you this and we're going to wrap it up.
All right.
Do you think we can get another album?
Absolutely. Y'all can get like 5 more. I'm going to do about 5 more. I got to. Like, I got so many stories to tell. Like, I just said I was a trailer park kid.
Yeah.
So, you know, being black, you heard about the Eminem, you know, 8 Mile.
This story, right.
Nah, what about the trailer park kids
down south? Dirt road. We dribbled the basketball on the dirt.
On the dirt. You know, like it's about to get a little different, man. I'm a storyteller, so.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Me too. Cause
Toni,
I don't even know what I'm gonna say.
I appreciate you. Yeah, look. You're going to be hands down my favorite MC out of South Carolina, female artist.
I appreciate it.
I think because I'm just thinking about the female artists that I can think of right now.
Yeah.
And I don't got no favorites. I think it's gonna be you.
I appreciate it.
I think it's gonna be you, yo. Like,
you heard that, America.
Who else? I mean, but look, as a matter of fact, though, it's a lot. It's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I know some. I know what's the. I think one of them name is Rennie Rucci.
Okay, yeah.
That's a popular one I saw, and I was like, I don't know who she is or what's going on here.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm trying to think of another one. I don't know. Too many. But we need y'all to step up and show up.
I don't know too many either.
we, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and shout out to, to the crew. You know, the 5 Deadly Venoms, they.
Absolutely. Listen.
Can you just tell us real quick what y'all got coming? Like, what y'all got in the pocket, yo?
I told somebody the other day, I heard about these women before I got to Columbia, and it's a blessing to be in a room with them, to be on the same video with them. So we're cooking up some special stuff, some albums, some songs, some singles,
some stuff coming.
Some stuff coming. We got our concert January 15th at the
Curiosity Coffee Bar.
Yeah.
Dope, man. What you want us to do? Tell us what you want us to do, Toni. What you want us to do?
Love yourself. Be vulnerable. Listen to the Vulnerability Project. I'm working on some other stuff with that too.
Okay.
I'm going to do a podcast.
Okay.
That stems going into a little deeper in the Vulnerability Project, along with the artist who's on the project. Might bring in some of my therapist friends.
Some of your therapist friends.
Yeah, so we can sit down and just have a conversation about love, sex, and pain, being vulnerable in relationships with yourself.
Come on. That's the takeaway for the day,
Listen,
man.
I'm excited.
With you,
I'm
man.
excited. Like, I'm excited. Man.
Toni.
Listen.
Peace and grace. I appreciate you, Queen.
I appreciate you.
Salute.